I say, what's good, YouTube? What's good, YouTube? And Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to everybody, man. My gift to you all is this beginner's guide video. Now, if this video is one of my longer videos, I apologize in advance. But I'm going to put in as much information that I can in the shortest amount of time that I can to help out all of the new players that is going to be coming into NBA 2K21 today, Christmas Day, man. So I want to help out all of my Christmas noobs, as we call them. So anyway, without further ado, man, let's get into the video. Let's get into this. All right, starting us off, this is by far the most important part, and that is your build. Now, for those of you who have not been keeping up with what's been going on in NBA 2K21 Next Gen, everybody has power forward builds. And that is because the power forward build by far is the best build in Next Gen in terms of badges. So everybody's making power forwards, and you're not missing anything in terms of speed, in terms of strength. You're not missing nothing. In fact, the only thing you are missing is the Circus 3's shooting badge. Outside of that, you're not missing anything else. So if you make a power forward, he can dribble like a point guard. He can slash like a shooting guard. He can do everything you need him to do. He has the handles. I'm telling you, you're not missing anything. Power forwards in this game can literally do everything. They can be every position. They could be a guard. They could be a forward. They could be a center. They can be whatever you need them to be. So I just want to show you guys a live example of how much better the power forward is in terms of badges in comparison to shooting guards, to the small forward and the center. So I have everything already written down. So for this test, the player is going to be 6'7". It's going to have weight is going to be 200, and it's going to have a 6'9" wingspan. I'm going to make him burly. That doesn't matter, but I always do that. And let me just move myself out of the way here, so you guys can see the physicals. I already have these numbers already pre-written down. So first thing I'm going to do here is just going to put that up. Put up the shooting. Then we're going to max those out. And we're going to put free throw at 83. My pass accuracy, we're going to put that to 79. Ball handle 85. Speed with ball 85 as well. So far we got 12 playmaking badges, 3 finishing badges, 12 playmaking badges, 26 shooting badges. We're going to max out perimeter defense. We're going to put up block. Now, like I said, this is just an example. This is not an actual build. I'm just showing you guys a live example of why. Now, you can also play with these numbers and get different results. So please do not take this build as like gospel. This is just an example. All right, so as shooting guard, we have 3 finishing badges, 26 shooting badges, 12 playmaking badges, and 5 defensive badges. Now I'm going to put the same exact stats on the small forward, and we're going to see what we get. Still 200. $94, $89, gonna be 79 again, 85. Now you notice I'm only getting two finishing badges this time with the small forward. Now, and I guess we can. What is offensive? And now, you see the difference? This build has 2 finishing badges, 26 shooting badges, 16 playmaking badges, and 4 defensive badges. Now, last but not least, we're going to do the power forward build. I'm going to show you what these look like on a power forward build. Also, I noticed I said center earlier. You cannot make a 6'7" center, so just skip that one. I don't even. My brain was like, I don't know why I even said that. But anyway, 6'7". Okay, 210s, as light as we can make him. We can make the power forward, but it doesn't really matter. Trust me. Java dunk is the same. Mid-range shot, 3-point shots all the same. 83 is the same. Now look, you see the difference? Do you see the difference? 29 shooting badges off the rip, but we only got 2 finishing badges. Do you see that? A ball handler 85, speed with ball 84 with the power forward 24 playmaking badges already. Now I can put that up and make that number go up. We're already at 24. Let's put up our physicals. Our speed is still going to be in the 80s. We're going to leave our strength at 30. Now I can play with these numbers and get a lot more than this. But do you see the difference? 29 shooting badges, 24 playmaking badges, and 3 defensive badges. And like I said, if I really wanted to, if I want to play with these numbers, it can just get crazy. But that is why everybody is making power forward builds, because of shit like this. Like, you see the difference in the badge spread? The badge spread is crazy. I don't know why 2K would make it like this. But anyway, let's move on to the next thing that I want to show you guys in this beginner's guide. Before we move on, I want to show you guys the takeovers real quick. Now, these takeovers, I think most of them are good. Let me move myself again. Most of these are good, but it doesn't really matter which takeover you pick. So when like you're making a player, choose whatever takeovers that is going to help you with the badge grind in the beginning. That is what I recommend. I recommend you pick your takeover based on the badges that you want to go after first, or the badges that are going to be the hardest for you to unlock. That's the takeover that I personally recommend that you go after, because once you get all of your badges, you can choose your takeover at any moment, and I mean both primary and secondary, so it doesn't even matter. All right, now that you have your build made, you chose the position, you got your attributes, you chose your takeover and all of that good stuff, this is the very next screen that you are going to see. Now, from here you have one or two choices. You can either grind your player offline in my career, which I personally recommend, or if you really don't want to wait, you can upgrade them or not and go online. Now, I never, and I mean never, recommend anybody just jumping online and grinding their player, but people do it. But if you want to do it, it's your player, it's your record, it's your system. I'm not telling you what to do. Just I would never do that. My personal recommendation, play my career, get your badges, unlock your attributes, and then get online. Because online's not going nowhere. You don't want to rush online, get smoked, mess up your record. Not worth it. I would never do it. But if you want to, you could. But for everybody else who wants to grind their player offline, what you want to do is just go to continue, and then you start your first high school game. Now, from high school, you get after you do your 5 high school games, you have a choice. You can either go to college or you can go to the G League. Now, me personally, I did both. With one player, I went to the G League, and then with my other player, I went to college. Now, the difference is, if you go to college, you can play 4 seasons in college. If you go to the G League, you play 1 season of the G League, and then you go straight into the NBA. And I believe you get your badges faster if you go to the G League, but I didn't see it that way. But that's what it says in the game, but I didn't see it that way. I feel I got my badges faster in college, because when you play in high school and college, it's like you're playing on rookie difficulty. Like, it's a lot easier. Me personally, I wouldn't recommend rushing into the NBA if you really want to get your badges, but I understand how boring it is. So you could just go straight to the draft, and you make a lot more VC by playing in the NBA, which I want to tell you guys about now. So let's get over to my other player so I can show you guys how you can make a whole lot more VC from doing endorsements in my career. Alright, so once you get to the NBA, this is what your screen is going to look like. So now, to find your endorsements, all you have to do is just go to progression. Let me just move myself up. You see right there? So where it says progression, yep, right there, that's where it is. Hit X, go to endorsements. Now, you get endorsements based off your popularity in the NBA. The more games you play, the more your popularity increases. The better you do in those games, the more your popularity will increase by each game. Now, I believe each endorsement have 5 different tiers to it. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure, with each tier paying more per endorsement. So I definitely recommend you do these endorsements. Now, you see these on the screen. These are called incentives. Now, pretty much with each tier, the incentive pays out more and more VC. Now, what I did with this player, I chose to go to New Balance because on my first player, I went to Jordan, but the problem with that was it was so many different Jordan sneakers. I didn't have the right sneakers for the endorsement requirement, as you guys can see on the screen. For example, this one, it says get 10 assists in 4 games while wearing New Balance Kawhi. So my problem was that in order for me to complete the endorsement, I would have to go out and buy the sneaker, which I didn't want to do because it would be counterproductive, because I'm trying to make VC, not spend no VC. So why would I want to go out, to spend VC just to make a quarter of it back? It's just stupid. So I went to New Balance, and New Balance only has 2 pairs of sneakers in the game: the New Balance Kawhi and the New Balance NYS. So I said, you know what? I'll make things easier on myself. I'm gonna go to New Balance and I'm gonna do it this way. And I haven't had a problem since. I've been able to do all of my endorsements, and it's a lot easier. Endorsements, pardon me. I've been able to do all of my incentives, and it's been a lot easier ever since. So when you're negotiating, right, you want to make sure that you get the most amount of VC per game, and I believe that's like 35 VC per game. But at the same time, you don't want to cut your incentives too low. I recommend at least 4 to 5 incentives if you can get that. But me personally, I opted to get 8, sometimes 7. 7. I really opted to get the most that I could. But for those of you who prefer to get the most VC you could per game versus getting the most endorsements you can per contract, I recommend at least get 4 to 5. Like I said, endorsements definitely helped me get more VC. That's how I was able to make multiple players without having to spend my personal money. And I know nobody wants to spend their personal money. And doing glitches this year, not worth it. You get banned. They're banning your shit. Anyway, this right here is called the Gym Rat Badge. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to go too fast, but I don't want this video to be too long. Now, this right here is the Gym Rat Badge. And what this badge does is it gives you extra energy, and it gives you, I think it's a 1.1 times your physicals. So definitely worth it to have this badge. In order to get this badge, what you want to do is you want to play at least 40 games, 35 to 40 games. NBA 2K Lab said you could play 35 games, but when I did it, I played 40 games. So I played 40 games, just letting you know, just to be safe. But anywhere between 35 to 45 games, and you can send the rest of the season. Just make sure that your team makes the playoffs and that you win a championship. You will get this badge. So that way you have to worry about doing the weekly drills and all of that, or having to wait till you hit Superstar 2, and that takes a minute. But anyway, also on this screen, this is called the My Health screen. I'm sorry if I went past that. On the screen, you can buy your boost, and it also shows you how much VC that you have in the corner. As you can see, I got 336,000 VC, and that is from endorsements, completely from endorsements. I'm telling you guys, endorsements work. And you can buy your Gatorade here. I do not recommend buying Gatorade, but if you want to buy it, you could. And that's pretty much it for this part of the video. I just want to go over some things. Oh yeah, in order for you to tell how many games that you have played, you can go to stats, go to my minutes, go to your name, and then go to non-simulated career stats, and then you go all the way down here, and it will say games played, not games started, but games played. Now this is my second season, so but that's how you do it. Now this next part is probably the most important part for a lot of you guys. This part, I want to show you guys a method for unlocking all of the badges in each of the categories in my career. I'm going to show you guys the methods that I use to unlock all of my badges, and how I've made my grind so easy, so quick, so fast. Like I said, I have 24 finishing badges, 21 shooting badges, 4 playmaking badges, and 26 defensive badges, which I have one more to get. And I made this player about 4 days ago, so it didn't take me long to max them out at all. And I'm going to show you guys the methods that I use to do so. Now, before we get into the game, I just want to give you guys a little bit of advice. Now you can either play on either Hall of Fame or on Pro. It's up to you. Now the difference is Hall of Fame gets you a lot more points, but the computer is a lot tougher, and they miss a whole lot less. Or you can play on Pro. You get less points, but the game is easier and the computer misses a lot more. So I'll leave that choice up to you. But my personal recommendation, when you're going for finishing, playmaking, and defensive badges, I'll just play on Hall of Fame. Or if you're going for shooting badges, I'll just play on Pro. It'll make your life easier on Pro because your shots are more likely to go in on Pro than they are on Hall of Fame. So, like I said, that's just my personal recommendation. But anyway, man, let's get into this game. So this is the method for the finishing badges. All you really have to do is call for a screen, dribble to either left or the right, and then just go and finish at the rim. Just like that. Just like that. Just that simple. Just that simple. Just that simple. And that's pretty much how I got all of my finishing badges. I just did that repeatedly until I got my team takeover, and then that's how I get my defensive badges. I play defense, I get rebounds, and this is how I get my shooting badges. Now, there's multiple ways you can get your shooting badges. You can do the method I'm about to show you. Give me the ball back, please. Call for a screen, dribble move, and then you can dribble pull up. You can dribble pull up just like that, and that gets you a lot of points. In fact, dribble pull ups get you the most shot badge points. That gets you the most. Or once I get the ball back, I can show you how else you can do it. There's a play that I like to run. Also, you can change your matchup on defense. So what I usually do is, right, I will have myself matched up with the big man. What I usually do, I'll just match myself up with the big man, and you know, then I'll just play defense on the big man, give him space, and then let him feel confident enough, and then he'll go in. Then I'll just cut him off and play defense. Now, that's another way you can get your shooting badges. You just move over a little bit. The computer will give you space, and then you just let it fly, green bean, all day long. That easy. That easy. Now, if you notice my matchup has changed, I changed my matchup. In order to change your matchup, you tap L1, choose your icon, and then, you know, change the matchup to whoever you want to change the matchup to. Now, like I said, right now I'm running a full court press. And then you just play defense like that. If you get a block, great. If not, don't worry about it. Just keep trying. Now, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure at what point I was able to call plays. But at some point, you're going to be able to call plays. I just don't know when. I don't want to give you guys wrong information. Now, this is another way you can get your badges. It's the spotted way. So what I did was I just passed the ball out, and then I just tapped L1, and then they set me screens, and then I'm open every time. And watch me miss it. I knew I missed it. I fucked up my release. But all you have to do, right? I just want to show it to you one more time. I call for the ball, pass it out. I pass it out. Larry has the ball now. I tap at this point after Larry catches the ball. I tap L1, and then my two bigs are gonna come over and set me a screen. I'm gonna run around the screen every time you're gonna be open. Just that simple. And that's another way you can get your shooting badges. Now, getting your playmaking badges is a bit easier than that. All you really have to do is this. I'm gonna show you. It's better if you do this with a dunker. So in this case, I'm going to use my big dribble move. He's going to cut in, wait for him, and then lob it to him. And then for some reason, he didn't catch it. And the computer's going to do that to you. And that's pretty much how I get my playmaking badges. All in a nutshell. Just that easy. Let's run this back one more time. Let's use Mamba this time. He's going to cut in. We're going to wait. And then just like that. Just like that. Now, my passing accuracy with this build is 25. So, passing accuracy don't matter. Now, I fucked up the timing. But that's usually how you want to do it on defense. Like, switch your player to guard somebody that you know does not have a tendency to shoot. And once that player gets into the paint, give him some space, and then close out really fast and get there before the ball gets there. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you won't. All right, now, the best way to get your finishing badges, in my opinion, is to get team takeover, like I have it. Now, get the ball to your point guard or whoever has a high ball control, and then just lob the ball to yourself. That gets you the most points in terms of your finishing badges. Like I said, call yourself to screen the ball, and then just lob it to yourself. Just that easy. Now you get a lot of points for that. Like I said, I don't think in terms of finishing badges, I don't think you get more points for anything else. Now, if there is something else that gets you more points, I don't know about it. I know this is how I got all my finishing badges in one day. Well, a day and a half. So pretty much, like I said, what I do is I call for an ISO. I tap left on the D-pad and then triangle or Y on Xbox, and then I'll look for my player. I tap L1. and then I'll have my player come and set the screen. Tap L1, whatever your player icon is, tap that button, and then call for your player to screen and roll. Just that simple. Now, this is another way that you can use this to get badges is you can pick and pop for shooting badges, which I'm going to show you this next play. That should be off. All right. Oh man, the quarter would end, right? The quarter would end. All right. Now that we're back from that break, now what you want to do is, right, when you, I'm going to show you guys again. When you tap L1, right, you see a player's icon, and then you tap R1 to get him to fade. And what you're going to do is just pass the ball to him. I don't know why he went all the way in like that, like an idiot. But usually your player will fade back to either the deep mid-range or the three-point shot. And that is another way you can get your shooting badges, by using pick and pop. So, and it's just that simple to get your badges. Getting your badges this year, in my opinion, don't take long. It's not as bad as it used to be in other 2Ks. Alright, so far we went over the builds. I showed you guys how you can make more VC using endorsements. I showed you guys badge methods. So at this point, right, you should have a little bit of VC in your pocket. You should have some badges, not all of them. You should have some of them. But what if you are ready to now hit the city? So let's go over that. So this right here is your controls. You can use L3 to bring these up at any time you're in the city. Now, when you first get out of Rookieville, you are going to be assigned an affiliation. This affiliation that I am with the Northside Knights. But if you ever at any moment want to change your affiliation, you could just come to one of the different affiliations city hall in the city. So for example, this right here is the Beast of the East. So if I want to become a Beast of the East, I would just go here to the city hall, do the affiliation transfer, and then I'll officially become a Beast of the East. Or if I want to become a Southside Viper, I will go to their city hall. Or if I want to be a Western Wildcat, I will go to their city hall, and so on and so on. Now, when you do that, your rep automatically gets reset back to Pro 1. But being as if you're going to be a beginner, it wouldn't matter either way. So if you are with an affiliation that you do not want to be with, the best time to switch is at the beginning. That's the best time. You don't want to switch when you've already grinded up your rep, because if you do, you got to do all of that grind all over. But if you really, really hate your affiliation to the point where it don't matter to you, then go for it. Now, when you first get to the city, you're going to have to first come to J-Team Sporting Goods and get yourself a ball before you can play on the garage hoops around the city. So I recommend, before even doing anything else, come to JT Sporting Goods, get yourself a ball. It's free. The vintage ball is completely free to you. You don't have to spend any money. You go down to basketballs, and then you go all the way down to vintage ball. It's completely free. You ain't got to spend no VC on it. If you want to get any of the other balls, you could. These are all the other balls from like my career from previous years. So, but back then it was free. Now 2K wants to charge us for them, but whatever. And I forgot to mention earlier in the video, but you automatically are equipped with the skateboard. You don't have to go anywhere to get it. It's automatically there. So you just tap L1 and then you have your skateboard. Now, I want to show you guys the best places to shoot around in the city. So whenever you're not playing a game, or if you just want to practice your jump shot, or you have new dribble moves you want to practice, come to this court here. This right here is the Black Lives Matter court. I said this in a previous video, but this is by far one of the best places to come out and just practice your dribble moves, practice your jump shot, all of that completely for free. Now you can go to the Gatorade facility and rent out a court, which I will show you right now. I'm going to show you that court right now. Now this right here is the Gatorade training facility. For those of you who've played 2K before, you guys know what this is. You come here, do the daily drills, but I've already shown you how to get the gym rat badge, so you can't do any drills anyway because you already have permanent workout boost. So we can't do these anyway. Now, when you want to go to, right, to rent the courts, you come up here, go to rental courts. You go up here, and then, you know, you can rent the courts for VC, of course. You know, 2K gotta make their money. And I'm gonna show you guys the prices. Oh, there's people already on that court. Sometimes you'll come in, people already be on the court. That happens. But like I said, me personally, I'd rather just go outside and just, you know, practice for free without having to spend on VC. But if you want, you could come here, rent out a court. I wish I could show you the prices. It's like 35 VC for like an hour. I don't know the prices. I've never done it. I've literally never done it. I want to show you guys the prices, but I don't think I could because there's somebody on every court. So, you know, but if you want, you can come in, you can rent the courts if you want to spend some money. I mean, spend some VC. But me personally, I'd rather just go to the Black Lives Matter court or the Kobe court, which I'm going to show you right now. Now, this right here is the Kobe court. As you can see, got the Mamba logo right there and the big mural of Kobe Bryant up here on the wall. Now, usually nobody's here, but these are the places that I like to come to practice. You know, the Black Lives Matter court is a 4v4 court. I'm sorry, I meant to bring that up earlier. And this right here is a 5v5 court. So if you ever want to play 5v5 or 4v4 basketball, and if you have enough people, you can just come to either of these courts to play either 4v4 or 5v5 respectively. And you just pretty much get on the court like you would any other court, and just same thing as the Black Lives Matter court. You just come in, you practice up, work your dribble moves, your jump shot, whatever. Like I said, in my opinion, these are the best places to come and practice. So you have to spend no money, you have to spend no VC. And, you know, the Black Lives Matter court is located right here. You can see it by the big fist. You can tell when you go into your map. Or the Kobe court is right here. You can tell by the big 24 right here on the map. Now, I want to show you guys the garage court for which that, you know, we just bought the ball for. The same courts that we just bought the ball for. I want to show you those courts right now. Now, this right here is one of the garage courts. Now, the garage courts pretty much serves as a public my court. For those of you who played previous 2Ks, you guys know what I'm talking about. We had my courts back in the day where you just, you know, you load into the game, you be at your my court. But the only difference is now, instead of inviting people up to your my court, people could just walk on the court, and whoever was the first on the court and who was the first person to equip their basketball, the ball that you bought from JT Sporting Goods, yeah, that one. The first person to equip that ball and be on our court is the one who is the host. That's the one who can set up the games. You can play anything from 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, horse. And so you see this yellow line. You see this yellow line right here? Once you step into it, you become part of the court. See, now I'm playing with them. And as you guys can see, you know, right now they're just shooting around. I'm about to get back off, but I just wanted to show you as an example how you could just, once the game is over, because anytime you see that yellow line, you can walk on. But if that yellow line is not there, that means that the people on the court are playing a game. Now, you see the difference? You see how the yellow line was once there and now it's gone? Because now they're playing a game of 1v1. So, that's just pretty much how the garage courts work. There's 4 of them. This is one I'm at now. Each affiliation has one near them. So this is one over here. Now usually nobody be at this one here. This one is usually empty at the top. And then this one is, then they have another one here. And this one right here is usually where everybody be at. Just because they have all of the other stores that I'm going to show you guys in a minute. But this is the one where people are usually at. Alright, now that I went over the different courts around the city, now I want to go over the NPC challenges that appear around the city. Now you see this lady that I'm following like a creep? Yeah, her right here with the blue sweater. Anytime you see any NPC with a yellow exclamation point above their head, that means they have a challenge for you. So simply you just talk to them. As you can see, the challenge will come up on the screen. And this one, I have to play against Terry Porter and Clyde Drexler. Now, I just want to move myself so you guys can see everything. Now, as you can see, right, you get 750 VC, but the thing for this is, right, the most important part of these challenges, the reason why people love them so much, is because you get, not only you get double attributes, you also get double bash points. So if you want to speed up your grind a little bit, I recommend you find these NPCs, do these challenges, and if you do all 24, you get the pirate hat. Me personally, I didn't do them all yet, but you know, go out there and do them if you want. But like I said, it's worth it though. I like doing it, and I'm not sure if it still works. And then you'll see game challenge active, whatever. Now I'm not sure if it still works, but there was a way to where you can just continuously repeat doing the challenges over and over. I'm not sure how it works. I don't want to promote glitches on my channel, but I'm not sure. But so pretty much, once you talk to her, you see that little notification come up on your screen. You tap the middle button, and then you would see this little yellow square shit looking here. This would tell you where you have to go. This is how you know where the challenge takes place. Each affiliation has its own warehouse. So for example, Southside, the Southside, this is the affiliation warehouse. The market, the Beasts have one here. I just can't find it. It's on here somewhere. I just don't know where it is, to be honest. But each of them have their own affiliation warehouse. It's just that one was for this particular challenge is for the Southside Vipers, pardon me. It's for that it's in that affiliation's warehouse. So in order for me to partake in that challenge, I would have to go down to this warehouse and then go to start challenge, which I'm going to show you right now. While on my way to show you guys the warehouse to do the challenge, I ran into another NPC. Now, if you notice, the exclamation point above her head is green. The last one was yellow, this one is green. So pretty much the difference between the two is the yellow ones are challenges. The green ones are vendors. These are NPCs who have exclusive items that you cannot buy in the stores around the city. So this one has skateboards. I'm not trying to buy them skateboards, my bad, but I just wanted to show you guys, you know, she has the bike frames that you can only get from her, and each NPC have their own specific items or whatever. All right, now we are here at the market. This is the warehouse for the South City Vipers affiliation, and this is where this particular challenge takes place. So you just want to just go to the warehouse, and you will see it on the screen, play warehouse challenge. Just that simple, and then you hit X, and then the warehouse challenge loads up. As you can see, this is Clyde Drexler and Terry. I forgot the guy's name. Now I'm gonna lie to y'all. But this is the warehouse challenge that that I accepted, and it's just pretty much this is a 2-on-2 full court 221 like a regular part game, and it's just that Terry Porter, that's his name, and it's just that simple. Now whatever I get in this game, I get double both. I get double everything. Double attributes and double badge progress. I'm not going to play this game, but I just want to show you guys what it looks like and how you go about doing it. All right, last but not least, this is the little mall area, I guess. This is where this little strip area is where you find the majority of the stores that's in this game. You know, you have your Beats, your Converse, Drip Brothers, your Jordan. You have Nike down this way. Let's get on the skateboard. I don't know why skateboard don't come up sometimes. It's weird. See how it just came up, but sometimes it doesn't. This game is weird. You have your Under Armour, your Adidas. Also the Ego is where you would go to buy the clothes for like Whacking Wednesday, so you get double rep. So pay attention to that. You have your New Balance. Finally, my board comes back. This game is crazy. You have your wheels, where you buy, your bike frames, skateboard, whatever, your skateboard decks. Pardon me. And then you have your Nike. You have Nike here. And I just wanted to show you, like I said, I like it. I like the city, and you can do tricks and shit too. I know it's like not important, but you can do tricks. For some reason, it won't let me catch it. But I'll usually grind that rail for some reason. They didn't let me do it that time. And then you have specs. If you want to buy glasses, or if you have embellish. If you want to buy like jewelry and shit. I don't usually waste VC. I don't waste VC on glasses and jewelry and that kind of stuff. I think it's a waste of VC. But if that's what you want, you could. The tattoo shop is around here somewhere. I don't do tattoos at all either. I'm gonna get this grind real quick. There we go. But anyway, you can do that too, man. So it's cool. You can do little tricks. Hold L2 and then you flick your right analog stick. You can do that. And this is another one of the garage courts. There's just one guy on here by himself right now. You see that yellow line right there, that I told you guys about. Now, if I step on this court, he can start up a game for the both of us. Even though I don't want to do that, but I could if I wanted to. And it's just that simple. One last thing that I didn't want to leave out. I've never seen an animation before. Every day you have what is called a daily spin or a daily reward. Pardon me. It used to be called daily spin. Now, it all depending on your affiliation, you will go to the corresponding statue. So, for example, for me, I am a Northside Knight. So I will go to the little purplish, pinkish thing here. That one's for the Western Wildcats. This right here is for the Northside Knights. I mean, I've already done my spin for the day, so I can't do it again, but I just want to show you guys. And when you have, every day, when you have your spin, it'll come up. It'll come up the same way this is coming up right here. It'll be over here. So that's how you know. I think I've pretty much covered everything. I don't think there's anything else left for me to cover. I showed you guys how to get badges, how you can make extra VC, like the kind of build you can make, where to shoot around at. I think I pretty much covered everything. If I missed out anything, please let me know in the comment section. If you made it to this far in the video, man, please drop a like, man. I'll definitely appreciate it. It took me a little bit, took me some work to make this video. And I definitely appreciate it. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have a great time on this game. You have to get out of Rookieville first. I think it takes about 3 to 4 games, so that it won't take too long. But I can't think of anything else. Everybody, man, have a Merry Christmas. Like I said, man, thank you guys for supporting the channel. I have a whole lot more content coming to you guys next year, man. I'm working overtime. You guys already know the vibes, man. See you guys in the next video. Peace.